Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're journeying to India to uncover the secrets of one of the most iconic structures in the world, the Taj Mahal. We all know it as a breathtaking symbol of eternal love, built by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan for his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. But beyond the stunning white marble and perfectly symmetrical gardens lies a world of mystery, locked away from public view. For centuries, rumors and legends have swirled around what really hides behind the sealed doors of this magnificent mausoleum. Are there hidden chambers, secret passages, or perhaps treasures beyond imagination? In this video, we're going to peel back the layers of history, separate fact from fiction, and explore the most compelling theories about what's behind the locked doors of the Taj Mahal. So grab your explorer's hat, and let us get ready to dive deep into a mystery that has puzzled historians and captivated the world for generations. First, let's set the scene. The construction of the Taj Mahal began in 1631 and took over 2 decades to complete, involving more than 20,000 artisans from across the Mughal Empire and beyond. It's a masterpiece of architecture, combining elements from Indian, Persian, and Islamic styles. Millions of tourists visit every year, marveling at the main mausoleum, the 4 towering minarets, and the serene reflecting pool. But what most visitors don't realize is that large parts of the structure are completely inaccessible. We see the upper levels, but what about the levels below? The official story is that these sealed areas exist for structural reasons. But that hasn't stopped countless theories from emerging. One of the most persistent legends is that of the Black Taj Mahal. The story goes that Shah Jahan planned to build an identical mausoleum for himself directly across the Yamuna River, but constructed entirely of black marble. It was meant to be a mirror image of the White Taj, connected by a bridge, symbolizing the balance of life and death, light and darkness. Through the foundations for this supposed structure can allegedly still be seen across the river at a site known as Mehtab Bog, or the Moonlight Garden. Proponents of this theory claim that the project was abandoned after Shah Jahan was overthrown and imprisoned by his own son Aurangzeb. Imagine that sight. 2 Taj Mahals, one pristine white and one stark black. It's a romantic and visually stunning idea. However, modern archaeologists are skeptical. Excavations at Mehtab Bog have revealed a garden complex, but no definitive evidence of a black marble foundation. Some historians argue that the black marble was just a dark reflection of the white Taj in the water. So, is the Black Taj a myth, or are the clues just waiting to be fully uncovered? It remains one of the monument's most debated secrets. Now, let's talk about those locked doors. The main mausoleum of the Taj Mahal has a vast basement, a series of over 20 rooms, some say even more, lining a long corridor. These rooms have been sealed off by the Archaeological Survey of India, the government body responsible for maintaining the site. Why? The official explanation is simple: safety and preservation. They claim the rooms are empty, and sealing them prevents structural damage and stops tourists from getting lost or causing harm. They also mention that carbon dioxide from human breath could damage the delicate marble and frescoes inside. This sounds reasonable, but it's a bit too simple for many people. It has fueled speculation that something more significant is being hidden. This brings us to a highly controversial theory, championed by a historian named P.N. Oak. He proposed that the Taj Mahal wasn't a Mughal mausoleum at all, but a pre-existing Hindu temple palace called Taj Mahal, dedicated to the god Shiva. According to Oak, Shah Jahan didn't build it. He simply seized it from a Rajput king, made some cosmetic changes, and repurposed it as a tomb for his wife. He claimed that the sealed basement rooms contain Hindu idols, scriptures, and other artifacts that would prove his theory. He even petitioned the Indian courts to have the doors opened for investigation. His theory points to things like the trident-shaped finial on top of the main dome, which he says is a Hindu symbol, and the name Taj Mahal itself, which he argues is a corruption of Taj Mahal. While this theory has a dedicated following, it has been overwhelmingly rejected by mainstream historians and the Indian government. Archaeological and textual evidence strongly supports the Mughal origin of the Taj. For instance, detailed records from Shah Jahan's court document the construction the cost, the architects, and the acquisition of the marble. Group European travelers who visited Agra during that time also wrote about the construction of a grand tomb. So, while the idea of a hidden temple is intriguing, the historical evidence just doesn't seem to back it up. So, if it's not a secret temple, what else could be in those sealed rooms? Let's explore some other possibilities. One theory is that these rooms were simply used as a functional part of the original design. They might have been storage areas, living quarters for the caretakers, or even temporary resting places for Mumtaz Mahal's body before the main cenotaph was completed. Remember, her body was initially buried elsewhere and moved to the Taj site. The rooms in the basement could have played a role in the complex burial rituals. Another interesting idea revolves around the tomb itself. The two cenotaphs you see in the main chamber, the ones for Mumtaz and Shah Jahan, are actually false tombs. They are purely for show. The real graves are located in a much plainer crypt, directly below the main chamber, at garden level. This lower chamber is also closed to the public. Why the deception? This was a common practice in Mughal architecture, designed to protect the sanctity of the real graves from looters and vandals. But this has led to a fascinating and somewhat grim rumor that Mumtaz Mahal is not alone in her tomb. Legend says that to ensure that Taj Mahal could never be replicated, Shah Jahan had the hands of the master artisans and architects chopped off after its completion. A more extreme version of the story claims he had them blinded or even executed. The theory suggests that some of these unfortunate souls might have been entombed alive within the walls or in the sealed basement rooms. Their spirits forever bound to the monument they created. It's a horrifying thought, and thankfully, there is absolutely no historical evidence to support it. Most historians believe this is just a dark myth, created to add a layer of macabre drama to the love story. The truth is likely that the artisans were made to sign contracts promising they would never work on a similar design again. So what's the most likely truth behind the locked doors? 2. The most plausible explanation, and the one supported by the Archaeological Survey of India, is also the least dramatic. The basement of the Taj Mahal is built on the banks of the Yamuna River. The foundation is a massive grid of deep wells lined with timber and filled with rubble and mortar. A brilliant feat of 17th century engineering designed to support the immense weight of the marble structure on the unstable riverbank soil. The sealed rooms in the lower level are part of this foundational structure. Over the centuries, there have been concerns about water damage and the decay of the wooden foundations. Some of the sealed doors are not bricked up, but are made of wood. Cracks have appeared in the marble, and the minarets have shown signs of slight tilting. Opening these basement rooms to the fluctuating humidity and carbon dioxide from millions of visitors could accelerate this decay and destabilize the entire monument. So, the rooms are likely sealed for a very practical reason: to preserve the Taj Mahal for future generations. 2. The walls of these rooms are probably just plain red sandstone, not hiding any treasure or secret temples, but serving the crucial purpose of holding the whole thing up. Some researchers who have been granted access in the past have described them as just a series of empty vaulted chambers. It's a bit of an anticlimax, but it makes perfect sense from an engineering and conservation perspective. So, after all this, what can we conclude? The Taj Mahal is a place where history, love, and myth are woven together so tightly that it's hard to tell them apart. The legend of the Black Taj, the theory of a hidden Hindu temple, and the gruesome tales of the artisans all add to its mystique. But the reality is that the biggest secret of the Taj Mahal might be the incredible engineering that keeps it standing. The sealed doors are less about hiding a dark past and more about protecting a fragile future. Perhaps the real treasure isn't gold or ancient artifacts, but the monument itself. The mystery is part of its magic. It invites us to wonder, to dream, and to question what we see. Maybe, just maybe, it's better that some doors remain closed, allowing the legends to live on alongside the incredible true story of a love that created one of the world's greatest wonders. What do you think is behind the locked doors? Let me know your theories down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the secrets of the Taj Mahal, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. See you in the next video.